First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Atlanta. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On first down, Patton, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
No gain on the play, second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off play action, Jordan. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
49 on second down, it's Hawkins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a third and goal. Off the play fake, Jordan. Just keeping the play alive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Looking to throw. Jordan. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now Franks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Franks looking to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. It needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they're a confident bunch, and they're going to need to be. They're facing a group here that is seeking a 5th consecutive victory.
And this head coach knows all about motivational tactics. He was touting his unit all week saying, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up, ready to go. And he believes that.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Franks now. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Franks. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Franks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a give, right side. It's Patton. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Off play action. Jordan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Room here to run. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 32-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's real.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Jordan, flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
To throw on 3rd down, Jordan. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Off the play fake, Jordan. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Flushed out right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now his second down throw. Here's Franks. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 5-yard line.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Oh, what a move. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Franks. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Franks. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jordan. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Browns drive about to get started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Franks. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Setting up play action. Franks. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Chubb running right. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. Following the penalty, Chubb, and only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. A extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off play action. Hoffman. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Patton, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now a give right side. Hawkins. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd down, Franks.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their route.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trying...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets it up past the 35.
First down, Browns.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Franks escaping the pressure right.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Looking to throw. Franks. Flip. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Deion Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense. That entire team, but really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. They'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the keeper.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Franks now on second down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Patton, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed him down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.